ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
Up? Like, can you move your head up? Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another NECA Toys action figure review on the Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon 3-pack of the Triceraton, Infantryman, and 2 Roadkill Rodneys. If you're trying to get your NECA Toys, you can do so at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And while you're down there, please go ahead and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And a big thanks to NECA Toys for sending out this product my way to review for you guys. If you want to see the latest from NECA Toys, check them out. Link in the description below. And I am very, very excited for this Triceraton Infantryman more than anything else. That looks so sick already, and we get a lot of accessories in there. Anyway, on the side, nice product shot of the Triceraton. And then on the back, you get more product shots, and then you get some product shots of some 2-packs right over here. I do need to get that Zerax and that Zorak right there. And then there's a read-up synopsis on the TMNT. And then on this side right here, you can see the Roadkill Rodneys, and then you get the turtle shell pattern on the top right over there. Not much more at the bottom except for all the people who created this figure. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here are all the accessories that come with these figures, and wow, yeah, that's a lot of accessories. You can see that we get 5 interchangeable hands for the Triceraton. I wish we had 2 gun holding hands right over here. You also get these gripping hands for, I don't know, for weapons, but it's tricky getting the guns into either of these hands. Then he has wide open hands right over there. These guns are pretty awesome, man. I really like this one right over here. This one kind of reminds me of, you know, some of the guns that would come with the old figures. This is really gonna have a touch of orange right over there, but I really like this. The green right there looks really good, very dope. And then you get this rifle right over here, which is really cool, which I'm actually going to use for my Rocksteady figure. I feel like this is more appropriate for Rocksteady. Great looking gun. So yeah, I really like this one. And then we get this big old blaster right here with the orange right there in the middle with that beautiful fade into the gray. I really dig that a lot, especially right up over here too. That's very cool, and you get a sight right over here on the left side. So I'm really liking this one. This is probably my favorite one out of the guns. And then for the Roadkill Rodneys, you get some cool features over here. I really love this like smoky dirt right over here. This is very cool. Nice sculpt in it and everything, and you can see that it has some paint on it. It just ports into the bottom tire. Well, there's only the one tire, and this rotates up and down and everything. So you just want to make sure you find the hole and then go ahead and plug it in. I did have one of these Roadkill Rodneys come with a little bit of extra plastic on the inside, so keep in mind, but it just ports in there just fine. I guess we're going to take a closer look at Roadkill Rodney. There's so many accessories that are just for the Roadkill Rodneys that it makes sense to just go over this, but I love that you can, you know, open up this trap door. You get a little laser right over there. You could fold that up and go right back in. You also get these awesome bendy wires right here, which I think are very cool, so I'm happy to have that. You also have an interchangeable head feature, which is really neat, but I just want to show this off right here. You have this longer arm, so you could, you know, use this to wrap around the turtles. So you get 2 of those, so that's very cool. And then each of these come with their own set of bendy wire arms, so there's a total of 2 sets of these. And then you can go ahead and remove the head, which I've already done with the other one, so you can see that the head can pop off right over here at the neck. It's not hard to do, you know, you just pop it off like that, and you can see how you have a notch shape going on right over there. So if you want a destroyed one resting on the ground, you could go ahead and just port it into one of these little dirt rock things, which is really cool, you know. Yeah, dirt rock, that's a word, right? It's some rocks, okay. So I like to kind of like wedge underneath right here while aiming, and then it just ports right in fairly well for me. I kind of missed it a little bit. Let's try it again, and yeah, there it goes. Okay, so that was a little better, and now it's all snug. So that's cool how that fits in there. You could use a battle damaged head top right here, which is very cool and very appropriate for Raphael's size. So you could port that on right there. I do have a Raphael Sai, and you could just see how this fits perfectly right in there. So that's cool. And this is one of the cartoon figures size. So that's really neat. I like that. Popping these off is a little bit tricky. I wish they had like a little tab or something, or a little gap in the heads or the top half of these heads. So you just got to get your fingernail fingernail wedged in there. If you're having a hard time, I recommend trying to like squeeze the sides of it a little bit to help with that. But you also get these interchangeable drill head tops right here, which is really neat too. So I like that a lot. That's very neat. So a lot of accessories for the Roadkill Rodneys, man. These things are dope. You can not really rotate the head side to side or anything. The only articulation is really turning the wheel side to side right down here, and you can rotate the wheel. And of course you can move the arms, you know, around. You could rotate them, and they have the bendy wires, but you know, that's as much articulation as you're gonna get. I tried popping this off back over here, but no. And then here's looking at the Triceraton infantryman, and I gotta say, this is an awesome head sculpt. I really like it a lot. I love the paint apps on here too. This is so sick. It really reminds me of the cartoon. I still have my original Triceraton figure somewhere, so I'll do a size comparison in a little bit, which it does have a different design than this one right here, but I gotta say, I really like this. This is just really cool. Very cool cartoony dinosaur character. I don't know. I just really like the whole, you know, animal slash human, you know, mashup characters. That's always been really neat to me. I like how we get some nice black paint right over here on the orange. We get a lot of two-tone stuff going on right here. And I think we're seeing a lot of reused parts from the Leatherhead figure. Or figures anyway, because there are two of them, but I really like how the spots are painted on right here. He has this whole gray armor, and these are all sculpted on bolts with a little bit of a cream color on each of the bolts, so that's a nice attention to detail. You get this obvious Leatherhead tail right over here, and you just want to port that on when you get the figure. I actually didn't need to heat this up, but you know, usually you do need to do that, but yeah. It's all painted out very well. I do like those details and everything. And then you can see right here on the torso, it looks very good. This reminds me of Star Trek, right? But yeah, this does hinder articulation. I'll get into the articulation more in a little bit, but I just really like how clean the paint apps came out throughout on the belt right there. That looks really good. And same thing with the legs. So yeah, I like the two-tone stuff that we're seeing right over here. We have these beautifully painted toenails right over there, so those look really good. Little splash of orange right there on that middle toenail, but you know, you can always get it fixed. But anyway, there's looking at the bottom of the feet, and you get peg holes. Now I like to heat up my NECA figures with a hairdryer. I recommend you do that, even though with this figure, the joints weren't as stiff as some other figures from NECA Toys. Anyway, you can turn the head side to side. You get a great range of motion over here with the head. I really like that a lot, and a great amount of head pivoting right here. And he can look up very far and look downward, so I really like that head articulation. That is awesome. The shoulders move outward that far. You can only move them inward that much, and they rotate a full 360. Wish we had butterfly joints over here. We can get the arms closer. You know, it'd be easier that way to get both hands on the weapons. Anyway, you get a bicep swivel right there, double jointed elbows, and then all the hands turn side to side and hinge up and down. You get a diaphragm joint that will turn side to side. You barely get any diaphragm pivoting. It's more like a diaphragm shifting right there. If you have this front chest plate over the belt, if you do that properly, you can get him to crunch very far. So I really like that a lot. And bend back a little bit, but not as much. And then the hips move outward very far, and then he can kick forward and back a little bit, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, and then the ankles move down, up, beautiful ankle pivot, and then you get a ball jointed tail right here that you do have to attach when you get the figure. It will move up and down, and you do get some pivot right over there. It's on a ball joint, so it moves in, you know, all the directions. Now to measure out these three figures, you can see that the Triceraton is standing almost at 8 inches. That's a pretty large figure. And then looking at the Roadkill Rodneys, and I did change up the accessories so you could see, you know, the various heights with the added accessories with the drill head. It's a little over the 4-inch mark, I want to say, and just, you know, the regular version at about 3.5 inches. And then for a size comparison, we have the Triceraton and the Roadkill Rodneys next to the 2-pack Rocksteady right there. And I love that we have this added gun for Rocksteady. I hope in a future figure we get that little cap, you know, or the helmet anyway. That'd be nice to add to this guy right here. And then here's the 3-pack figures next to the 2-pack Leatherhead that came with Slash, which I had not reviewed, but this is a very dope figure. And you can see that a lot of reused parts right over here, along with the Rocksteady and Bebop figures. But yeah, you can see that these two are almost the same height, if not for this big old frill. And then I had to compare these three figures next to a TMNT cartoon Ninja Turtle from NECA Toys. We have Raphael. And then here's the NECA Toys figures next to my Playmates Triceraton figure from my childhood. And I really like the design of these two, you know what I mean? The toys, they did come out with different designs from the cartoon, which was frustrating for me, but I was used to it because, you know, Transformers and everything, they had different designs in the cartoons from the toys as well. So, you know, it didn't really really bother me much back then. I believe this was actually my brother's toy, now that I think back on it. We're only 2 years apart. It's kind of hard to remember exactly whose figures were whose, but I still kind of hold on to this thinking, hey, that's not mine, that's my brother's. Then here's the 3-pack set. Next to your average 6-inch scale figure, we have the Marvel Legends Big Time Badass Spider-Man, and I don't have a stop motion segment for you guys today. I have a lot of stuff to work on, especially for tomorrow, because tomorrow will mark the 11-year birthday of the ShartimusPrime YouTube channel, and that means big time giveaways. So stay tuned for that tomorrow, and I'll also have a very special review going up tomorrow as well super special to me anyway. And then another video later today. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't be shy and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And a big thank you to all the people that go the extra mile to support this channel via the crowdfunding site. If you're interested in helping make this channel grow, check it out. Link in the description below. And these 3 figures are a lot of fun. Now, yeah, the Roadkill Rodneys, they're small, but they do come with a lot of accessories, and I really think that makes up for the short size of those figures. I really think it does. I like the little compartment right there in the middle. The paint apps on both of these figures are badass. You know, my biggest complaint really was just getting 2 hands on a gun for the Triceraton infantryman, but you know, aside from that, I really like these a lot. I'm really happy with them, and at the price point of around $50, I'm gonna give this 2-pack set a Sud rating of
I love it. Two, please.
And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comment section below. This is definitely a good army builder set. I could see people going nuts army building these. If I see a set out in the wild, I'm probably going to grab that as well, just so I can add to this, because I just think this is really badass. So I want to know what you guys think. Let me know. If you want to see the latest in action figure news, you can find it all over at toynewseye.com, and if you want to follow me over on social media, you can check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and Stardust, and I will catch you guys later. Peace!
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
We're shot, your face, I said we're shot.